Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on a third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good afternoon, guys. Hope you all are doing well today. I have a huge video for you here. Big news today: Minnesota lawmakers and spouses shot in separate home attacks. And this is on Donald Trump's birthday, okay? I'm going to show you how this is all connected to the soon removal of Donald Trump. We've been talking about this for a long time, and I think they're going to be removing Donald Trump very soon, okay? So I put out a video on this about 2 hours ago, and of course there were a few very big points that I missed. Okay, so I had to come live, and I'll probably end up deleting the short video because this video here is going to have all the information from the short video, but even more. All right, some new information that's really going to blow your mind. Okay, let me say hi to the chat. Hey Visionary Vet, hey Patrick, hey Mom of Texas 3, hello to He Saved Me. Much love, everyone. Guys, do me a favor. When you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. And then also, I have some more news on Israel and Iran we'll talk about at the end. But yeah, this video right here is very important. I need you guys to share this with everyone you can. And you guys did a great job last night. I asked you to leave a comment after the video to help the algorithm. You guys left so many comments, and I appreciate it so much. If you could do the same thing with this video, when I get done, if you could leave a comment after the fact, it would be very much appreciated. Because like I said, this is the second video, and I'm worried that people are just going to watch the first one and they're not going to watch this because it's on the same topic. But whatever we can do to get these views up would be awesome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. This video is going to blow your mind, okay? Here we go. Hello to Rachel, Linz, Leslie, Cruzita, Chandler. Much love, everyone. Guys, just give me a second to get all set up, and we'll go ahead and get started here. What I'm about to show you is so absolutely undeniable, okay? So you've probably heard about what happened in Minnesota today, right? Minnesota lawmakers and spouses shot in separate home attacks. This article from today, June 14th, Donald Trump's birthday. And I'm going to show you how this is all connected to the soon removal of Donald Trump. All right, guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using Gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. All right, guys, so I've been saying for a long time on this channel that they're going to take out Donald Trump very soon, okay? And the first thing I want to point out here, we get this news about 2 politicians being shot on Donald Trump's birthday, okay? Trump's birthday is June 14th. That's today, okay? And the other big part, obviously, what we have going on today is the big No Kings protests, okay? And if you listen to these protesters, they all want to get rid of Donald Trump, right? So on top of that, allegedly the suspect had these pieces of paper in his car that says No Kings, okay? So this is definitely connected to Trump and the protests going on today. All right, there's no doubt about it, and you don't even need any gematria for that part. We have 2 politicians shot on Donald Trump's birthday, the same day as the No Kings protests And this guy has no kings on these flyers in his car, okay? So let's get to the gematria. Representative Melissa Hortman killed, Senator John Hoffman shot in targeted shootings. You see how they highlighted the word targeted. Targeted in gematria equals 35. No kings equals 35. Both people who were shot were Democrats, which equals 35, and home attacks equals 35, all in the same cipher. What are the odds? Now also, it says down here that the police have issued a shelter-in-place order in a 3-mile radius of Edinburgh golf course. Okay, obviously Trump is connected to golf courses, right? But on top of that, Edinburgh equals 88 and 47, like Trump is 88 and 47, and Trump is number 47. And don't forget how big that number 88 is. Remember, Trump was allegedly shot in Butler 88 months after the Snoop Dogg video where he's pointing the gun at him. The would-be assassin, Thomas Crooks, his birthday 9/20/03. That's the 8,888th prime number, 9/20/03. We have Donnie Darko, where Donnie J. Darko represents Donald J. Trump. And that movie is set in the year 88. And the numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88. And the guy who plays Donnie Darko, Jacob Benjamin Gyllenhaal, his name equals 88. And then you got Donnie with the Triumph sweater, got the TRUMP right there. You get Frank the Rabbit, who shot. Don't forget, Rabbit equals Trump, and Frank equals Donald. Remember that? Here, let me just show you real quick. Frank and Donald. Just get rid of one cipher here. See how Donald equals Frank in 3 ciphers? And in this movie, Frank the Rabbit gets shot. And Rabbit equals Trump. And speaking of rabbit, you remember in I Pet Goat 2? You have a rabbit in the back of the room with a bullet hole in its upper ear, just like Trump allegedly got hit in the ear. Okay, what are the odds of these things? Anyways, Donnie Darko takes place in Middlesex, which equals 888, like Mar-a-Lago 888, Donald J. Trump 888. COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020. That was 888 days after Trump's calm before the storm statement. The Art of the Deal 888, B-System 888. Back to the Future, Biff represents Trump. They got to reach 88 miles per hour. You had the raid on Mar-a-Lago, August 8th, 88. Trump's number to text, 88022. All right, so obviously the 88, big number with Trump. And again, they set up a shelter-in-place order in a 3-mile radius of Edinburgh golf course. Okay, and remember, Donnie Darko wakes up on a golf course. See? Obviously, Trump's always golfing and Mar-a-Lago, all that. But anyways, Edinburgh golf course. Edinburgh is 8847, Trump 8847. Okay? So this is all happening on the same day as the No Kings protests, guys. And this happened in Minnesota. So what they did, they canceled the No Kings protests in Minnesota. Okay? No Kings protests equals 68. Guys, I'm not going to say this word, but Trump, ASSASSINATION equals 68 in the same cipher, guys, as No Kings protests. And it's on Trump's birthday, which equals 68. Donald John Trump, 68. There were over 1,500 protests today. When you write out 1,500, it equals 68. No Kings rally, 68. Donald J. Trump, 68. And the would-be assassin, Thomas Crooks, his name, 68. And guys, let me just mention this. I was live for 40 minutes last night, and out of nowhere, YouTube totally messed with my stream. The whole screen went black. So I just want to throw this out there. If for any reason they take down this stream again, please come back, okay? Because if it happens, I'll go live again. They're not going to stop me, okay? So I'm almost kind of rushing through this because, like, I don't want it to happen again, but I probably need to just slow down and relax. But if it happens again, if they take me down, please come back, okay? All right, let's keep going. So Trump was allegedly hit in the ear in Butler, okay? That was on July 13th, 2024. We get this news today exactly 48 weeks later. Donald Trump equals 48. Trump shot equals 48. And Trump's first day in office was January 20th. So this is in the news today 145 days later. And the suspect was impersonating law enforcement, which equals 145. And the same cipher, Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman equals 145. And it's 145 days after Trump took office. Wow. Now, here's where it gets really, really crazy. And this is the reason I'm going live. And guys, do me a favor. When you come in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. Guys, this is where it gets crazy, okay? If Donald Trump gets taken out, who would become the president? Vance, okay? How many people do you know with the name Vance? All right, it's not that common of a name. Guys, the suspect's name is Vance Luther Butler. Vance, guys. Okay, even before we get into the Gematria, he's got Vance in the name. Okay? Yeah, good point, Clayton. If Trump gets taken out, guys, Vance would become the president. This guy's name is Vance Luther Butler, okay? In Gematria, Vance Luther Butler equals 100. He allegedly killed Representative Melissa Hortman, which equals 100, in the same cipher, and no kings equals 100, okay? But yeah, Clayton made a good point. He said Vance would become number 48. And again, it's 48 weeks after Butler. Okay? Donald Trump, 48. Trump shot, 48. Right? Because Trump's currently number 47. The next would be number 48, right? Okay, so guys, his name is Vance. All right? Like J.D. Vance would become president if he's taken out. Vance Luther Butler, 100. Representative Melissa Hortman, 100. No kings, 100. Okay, guys, this right here is so undeniable. All right? I need everybody to hit the like button on this part because this right here is so undeniable. Guys, look at his name. Vance Luther Butler equals 206, 80, 100. He killed Representative Melissa Hortman, which equals 206, 80, and 100 in the same ciphers. This is mathematically impossible to be a coincidence. Guys, his name is a perfect match to the person he killed in 3 ciphers. And on top of that, they call this targeted shootings. Okay? Look at this. Representative Melissa Hortman equals 206, 80, 253. Targeted shootings, 206, 80, 253. And then his name, Vance Luther Butler, has the 206 and the 80, like Representative Melissa Hortman, 206, 80, targeted shootings, 206 and 80. To get this overlap, guys, I'm telling you, it's mathematically impossible. All right? So we have the Gematria, and his name is Vance. And today is Donald Trump's birthday, guys. And they have the No Kings protest today. Everyone wants to get rid of Trump. And this guy had No Kings flyers in his car. Are you kidding me? Now, this is what I should have had in the first video. Okay, this is why I'm going live. Guys, today is 50 days before the birthday of J.D. Vance. Why does that matter? Because the suspect is Vance Butler and his name equals 50. And guess what? J.D. Vance is the 50th vice president and Donald equals 50. And guys, this happened in Minnesota. The governor is Tim Walz. He was running for vice president against J.D. Vance. Do you understand how crazy that is? Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota. He was running for vice president against Vance. What a perfect place for this to happen. And wait till you see the next slide. So this is 50 days from Vance's birthday. The 50th vice president, and the suspect's name, Vance Butler, equals 50 like Donald 50. Okay, you ready for the confirmation right here? And this is what I should have had in the first video, but I tried to get it out so fast. Guys, James David Vance is 133.52. This happened in Minnesota, which is 133 and 52. President is 133 and 52. Again, if Trump gets taken out, Vance would become president. Guys, James David Vance equals president, and the suspect's name is Vance. This is unbelievable. It's really, really undeniable, guys. It really is. Now, for more things that are not a coincidence, Vance Butler posed as a police officer. Look at this, Vance Butler, 122.67, police officer, 122.67, guys. Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman, 128. Representative Melissa Hortman, 128. President Donald John Trump, 128. The birthday of John Hoffman is January 17th. So we get this news 148 days from his birthday. Senator John Hoffman equals 148. And back to the governor of Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz, 148. And we'll talk more about him later. And Donald J. Trump is 148, guys. Representative Melissa Hortman and Senator John Hoffman is 159. Donald Trump is 159. The suspect was impersonating police, which is 220. The governor's name, Timothy James Walz, 220. Donald John Trump, 220. So the killing of Melissa Hortman happened in Minnesota. Minnesota has that 38, like killing 38, death 38, murder 38. And the Murder by Numbers movie poster, the E is changed to a 3, the B is changed to an 8, because murder is 38 like Minnesota. Now back to the governor. So Tim Walz is the governor. His birthday, April 6th. We get this news 296 days before his birthday. Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman equals 296. 2 Minnesota lawmakers equals 296. My goodness. It's also 69 days after his birthday, Minnesota lawmaker 69, the Jesuit order, 69. And speaking of Jesuits, lawmakers is 103, impersonating police 103, Jesuits 103. And then look at the name of Melissa Hortman. Melissa Ann Hortman has that 201 like the Jesuit order is 201. John Hoffman, 56-187, Washington, D.C., 56-187, and that's where Trump lives, Washington, D.C. That's where they're having the Army Parade today on his birthday. And Society of Jesus, 56-187. That's the official name of the Jesuits. We get this news on a Saturday. Saturday is 109-107, like shooting is 109-107. And then back to the no kings part. Remember, the suspect had no Kings flyers in his car. No Kings, 37 shooting, 37 in the same cipher. Vance Butler, the suspect, also has the 202 like skull and bones, 202, the Brotherhood of Death. And John A. Hoffman equals 666, the number of the beast. All right, guys, that is it. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I'm not monetized by YouTube. So thank you to everyone who does support. Very much appreciated. Guys, that was pretty undeniable, don't you think? Come on, it's Donald Trump's birthday. We got 2 politicians shot on his birthday. The suspect's name is Vance. I showed you how it all connects to J.D. Vance, who would become president if Trump was taken out. The same day as the No Kings protests. And if you're coming in late, don't worry, I'm going to recap it. All right, but real quick, let's talk about this headline today. Israel warns Tehran will burn if Iranian strikes continue. This article from today, June 14th. All right, you see how they highlight Tehran will burn? Well, you guys know we've been talking about this whole thing in the number 201. All right, Tehran will burn, 201. State of Israel, 201, the Jesuit order, 201. And guys, please hit that like button when you come in. Now remember, this all started in Iran and Israel on June 13th, the day leaving 201 days left in the year. Right? Tehran will burn, 201, State of Israel, 201, June 13th, 201, the Jesuit order, 201. And also, don't forget That Old Serpent, 201, the Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. They just had Preparing for Disease X, 201 days from Obama's birthday and 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic. Event 201, the whole list, right? Event 201 on 10:18, like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning, bomb of the heights. But anyways, remember when Iran launched 181 missiles? Remember, World War III equals 181. But when they launched the 181 missiles, that was 201 days before the birthday of the leader of Iran. So what's up with all the 201s, you know? State of Israel, 201. Tehran will burn, 201. The Jesuit order, 201. And then, remember, it was 181 missiles, like World War III is 181. Iran attacks Israel, or Israel attacks Iran. Either way you type it out, it's 181. Barack Hussein Obama II, 181. Barack Obama, 181. And then remember when Israel attacked Iran on April 18th, and that was 181 days after Netanyahu's birthday, like World War III, like Israel attacks Iran, Barack Hussein Obama II, Barack Obama, they're all 181. And then remember, 181, right, is the 42nd prime number. And why does that matter? Again, Israel attacks Iran, 181, World War III, 181. 181 is the 42nd prime number. Iran is 42, War 42, World War 42, and we got this news in the U.S. on 6/12. World War is also 6/12. Now also, Tehran will burn is not only 201, but it's also 177 and 69, like Benjamin Netanyahu is 177.69, the Jesuit order, 177.69. And just in case you think it's all a big coincidence, Tehran will burn is a perfect match to the Jesuit order and all four base ciphers. Wow. Perfect match, guys. Okay, let's go back to the big news out of Minnesota for anyone who came in late, and then we will wrap this up. I'll try to go as quick as I can, and I most likely will be deleting the video from earlier today because this has all the information I missed. And there's probably even more that I didn't catch, but, you know, I'm trying to get this information out as quick as I can. Sometimes you miss stuff. All right, guys, here we go. Minnesota lawmakers and spouses shot in separate home attacks. This article from today, June 14th. All right, guys, this is all connected to the soon removal of Donald Trump. This is on Trump's birthday. We have 2 politicians shot, and this is the same day as the No Kings protest where everybody wants to get rid of Trump. And this suspect allegedly had No Kings flyers in his car. Are you kidding me? Okay, so in Gematria, No Kings is 35. They called it targeted, which is 35. Democrats, 35. You had 2 Democrats shot. And home attacks is 35, all in the same cipher. The police, they set up a shelter in place near the Edinburgh golf course. All right? And a 3-mile radius of the Edinburgh golf course. Obviously, Trump is connected to golf courses. But Edinburgh is 88 and 47, like Trump is 88 and 47. All right? And Trump is number 47. And then we talked about how big that number 88 is with Trump. You had Trump shot in Butler, allegedly 88 months from the Snoop Dogg video where Snoop Dogg's pointing the gun at Trump. And the would-be assassin, Thomas Crooks, his birthday, 9/20/03. That's the 8,888th prime number. You have Donnie Darko, all about Trump. That movie set in the year 88. The numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88 when he wakes up in the golf course. Again, golf course, right? But yeah, the numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88. And the guy who plays Donnie Darko, Jacob Benjamin Gyllenhaal, his name equals 88. And then you have Frank the Rabbit, who gets shot in that movie. Frank is a perfect match to Donald and 3 ciphers. And then Rabbit equals Trump. And then you have the rabbit in I Pet Goat 2 that has the bullet hole in the ear, like Trump allegedly got hit in the ear. And that movie, Donnie Darko, takes place in Middlesex, which is 888, like Mar-a-Lago 888, Donald J. Trump 888. And COVID was declared a pandemic 888 days after the calm before the storm statement. The Art of the Deal 888, B-System 888. Back to the Future, Biff represents Trump. They got to reach 88 miles per hour, right? The raid on Mar-a-Lago, August 8th, 88. And then Trump's number to text, 88022. All right, so the 8s are clearly big with Trump. And yes, Edinburgh has that 88 and 47 like Trump, 88, 47, Trump's number 47. Okay. So this is the same day as the No Kings protests on Trump's birthday. And this happened in Minnesota. And it says, Minnesota No Kings protest canceled after 2 lawmakers shot, 1 killed. Okay? No Kings protests is 68, guys. Trump, ASSINATION is 68. Trump's birthday, 68. Donald John Trump, 68. There were over 1,500 protests. When you write out 1,500, it equals 68. No Kings rally, 68. Donald J. Trump, 68. And the would-be assassin from Butler, Thomas Crooks, has that 68. So Trump was allegedly shot in Butler July 13th, 2024. We get this news 48 weeks later. Okay, Donald Trump equals 48. Trump shot 48. And guys, the suspect's name is Vance. Okay, if Trump got taken out, Vance would become number 48. Okay? Trump's first day in office, January 20th. We get this news 145 days later. And the suspect was impersonating law enforcement, which is 145, like Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman are 145 and the same cipher. 145 days after Trump took office. All right, here's the crazy part, guys. And I was connecting this to Trump before I even knew the suspect's name. I was waiting for it, okay? The suspect's name is Vance, like J.D. Vance would become president if Trump were taken out. Vance Luther Bolter, 100. He killed Representative Melissa Hortman, 100. No Kings, 100. He's got the No Kings flyers in his car. This right here is undeniable, guys. Vance Luther Bolter is a perfect match to Representative Melissa Hortman in 3 ciphers. Okay? Vance Luther Bolter, 20680 100. Representative Melissa Hortman, 20680 100. And then Representative Melissa Hortman is a perfect match to targeted shootings in 3 ciphers. Representative Melissa Hortman, 20680 253. Targeted shootings, 20680 253. And then Vance Luther Bolter has the 206 and the 80, like Representative Melissa Hortman, 20680. Targeted shootings, 20680. What you're looking at right here is, it's mathematically impossible to be a coincidence, okay? So look how perfect this connects to J.D. Vance, guys. The suspect's name is Vance. How many people have that name Vance, right? So we get this news today, 50 days before the birthday of J.D. Vance. Guys, the suspect's name is Vance Bolter, which equals 50. And J.D. Vance is the 50th vice president, guys. And Donald equals 50 also. But speaking of vice presidents, this happened in Minnesota where the governor is Tim Walz. You just had Tim Walz running for vice president against J.D. Vance. Are you kidding me, guys? This is crazy stuff. I hope everybody will share this video. Now, if you're not convinced yet, guys, again, the suspect's name is Vance. If Trump gets taken out, Vance would become president. This happened in Minnesota, guys. James David Vance, 133.52. Minnesota, 133.52. President, 133.52, guys. Drop the mic. And Vance Bolter was posing as a police officer. Vance Bolter, 122.67, police officer, 122.67. Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman, 128. Representative Melissa Hortman, 128. President Donald John Trump, 128. John Hoffman's birthday, January 17th. We get this news 148 days from his birthday. Senator John Hoffman, 148. Governor Tim Walz, 148. Donald J. Trump, 148. Representative Melissa Hortman and Senator John Hoffman, 159. Donald Trump is 159. The suspect was impersonating police, which is 220, like Timothy James Walz, 220. Donald John Trump, 220. The killing of Melissa Hortman happened in Minnesota. Minnesota 38, like killing 38, death 38, murder 38. The Murder by Numbers movie poster, the E is changed to a 3, the B is changed to an 8, because murder is 38, like Minnesota. Now, back to the governor, Tim Walz. Okay? His birthday, April 6th. We get this news 296 days before his birthday. Melissa Hortman and John Hoffman, 296. 2 Minnesota lawmakers, 296. Wow. It's also 69 days after his birthday. Minnesota lawmakers, 69. The Jesuit order, 69. And speaking of Jesuits, lawmakers, 103. Impersonating police, 103. Jesuits, 103. Melissa Ann Hortman, 201. The Jesuit order, 201. John Hoffman, 56,187. Washington, D.C., 56,187. That's where Trump lives. That's where they're having the Army Parade today on Trump's birthday. And then Society of Jesus, 56,187. That's the official name of the Jesuits. We get this news on a Saturday. Saturday is 109-107. Shooting, 109-107. And back to the No Kings part. He had the No Kings flyers in his car. No Kings, 37 shooting. 37 in the same cipher. And Vance Butler is also 202, like Skull and Bones, 202, the Brotherhood of Death. And John A. Hoffman, see how they write it on Wikipedia? John A. Hoffman, 666, the number of the beast. And again, if anyone wants to support the channel, very much appreciated. Guys, what I just showed you was absolutely undeniable. All right, let me turn this around. How is this not connected to Donald Trump? It's on Trump's birthday. It's on the day of the No Kings protests. He had the No Kings flyers in the car. We connected it to Butler. We connected it to Trump's first day in office. The suspect's name fits perfectly with everything, including the fact his name is Vance. Okay, all the gematria with J.D. Vance and the date duration to his birthday. And again, if Trump gets taken out, Vance would become president. Guys, this is one of the most coded stories I've ever seen in connection to the soon removal of Donald Trump. And considering we've been talking about this for, at least the last 4 years on this channel, I mean, wow. Guys, how many videos have I done? I'm on channel number 14. I've literally made 100 videos about this very topic. And that was before Butler happened, which was all by the numbers, obviously. Real quick. Here, let me see. And at this point, if for any reason the stream gets taken down, I'll probably just leave it. I probably won't restart because I'm going to end in a minute or two. But yeah, if you're just coming in, they messed with my stream last night and I had to restart. So I was hoping they wouldn't do it today again. And so far they haven't. But give me a sec real quick. See if I can find what I'm looking for. If I can't find it, I'll tell you. Sometimes when you're looking for something, you can't find exactly what you're looking for here on Facebook. That's all right. I'll just find what I can on it. Hold on. I just wanted to show you one of the key points on Butler. Okay. Here you go. So this is a separate story about manhunt on for Ronald Lee Sivrud, who threatened to kill Donald Trump. Anyways, remember Trump got hit in the ear allegedly on July 13th, 2024. That was day number 195 of the year. And look, this is my key point. The Butler incident was on day number 195 of the year. Trump shooting is 195. Okay? This popped into my head because I said obviously Butler was all by the numbers. This is really the key point here. All right? Besides the fact that Trump got shot 48 weeks before his birthday, and Donald Trump is 48 and Trump shot 48, and today is exactly 48 weeks later, and we get this big news today. Can you believe it? But yeah, guys, the Trump shooting was on day number 195 of the year. Trump shooting 195. Who was the one victim in the crowd? Corey Comparator, 195. All right? And then they had the manhunt on for Ronald Lee Sivrud, who threatened to take out Trump. Look at that. Ronald Lee Sivrud, 195, and Trump head wound, 195. And then let me look for one more thing here in connection to the Trump head wound part. They were doing symbolism from Revelation 13:3. Here you go. Here, I'll grab the phone stand for this part. Much love to everyone in the chat. Todd, Gene Spliced, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, for more things that are not a coincidence, let me prove to you that they were doing symbolism from Revelation 13:3 here with crooks. So if you take the whole verse, Revelation 13:3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. That verse equals 1086. Well, what if I told you the would-be assassin Thomas Crooks, his birthday 9/20/03, when Butler happened, he was exactly 1086 weeks and 0 days old. Guys, the would-be assassin was exactly 1086 weeks and 0 days old. That's the full gematria in simple English, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, of Revelation 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. 1086. The guy was 1086 weeks, 0 days old. Thomas M. Crooks, 1086. The president, 1086. Gunshot wound, 1086. I mean, that's a lot to be a coincidence, right? See how he died here? Cause of death, gunshot wound. Anyways, just wanted to show you that all this stuff is not a coincidence. I promise you, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Much love to Swim, Todd, Bones, Briar, Rommel, Bob, Visionary Vet, Marion, Gene Splice, Flat Earth Warriors. Much love to everybody. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, I'm going to delete the short video I made earlier on this topic, because this has everything that was in the short video, but everything that I missed. All right, so wow. Guys, this is huge news. It's absolutely undeniable. I mean, if you came in late, you got to go back and rewatch it. The fact that it's Trump's birthday, 2 politicians shot on his birthday, the day of the No Kings protest. He's got the No Kings flyers, all the gematria, and then the suspect's name is Vance, like J.D. Vance would become president. And all the connections we made with J.D. Vance, James David Vance equals Minnesota and president. Here, let me just make sure I'm correct here. Yeah, James David Vance equals Minnesota and president. And then it's 50 days from the birthday of J.D. Vance. The suspect's name, Vance Bolter, equals 50. And J.D. Vance is the 50th vice president, and Donald equals 50. And this happened in Minnesota where Tim Walz is the governor. He was just running for vice president against J.D. Vance. It's crazy, man. All right, guys, if you came in late, you got to go back. And we also talked more about Israel, Iran, if you're interested in that. We covered that today. Man, guys, things are popping off. What a crazy news day. And it's only 5 o'clock here in Florida. It's not even dark yet. So we'll see what happens tonight. But anyways, guys, please, like I said, please leave a comment after the fact to help the algorithm. Anything you could say would be awesome. Just a thumbs up, good video. Let's get this video out there because this work is undeniable. That's why I'm on channel number 14. And all credit to God, no credit to me. I wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for God. So, wow. Decodes like this keep me going, man. Sometimes I get a little down and I feel defeated, but when the decodes are this fire, and again, all credit to God, it really motivates me to keep going. So, don't worry, I'll never stop. We've been doing this over 5 years now, over 10,000 videos, 14. I'm on channel number 14, and we'll never stop, all right? Not till Jesus comes, amen? Okay, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.